What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Doom Fools video. Today we have a Vivi deck tech, a tournament breakdown, and a little bit of a vlog. I'm going all in on this commander. I really think Vivi's gonna be a top 10 deck. Yeah, Vivi is probably overhyped, but yeah, we are probably counting how many times I say Vivi today. But I realized after probably 20 plus games with it, it's definitely not the new Nadu. I don't think you need to remove it just because you see it has a couple counters. But I do think you remove it, if there's like a curiosity effect. But today I went to Sky High Comics and Games. They had, I believe, 32 or 38 players. I believe 36 or 38 players. It was around a 1K or 2K. Prizes were pretty good. I brought some new guys. I don't know if my video is going to work, but I did some vlogging. I don't know if it'll work to put it on here yet, so I'm just going to let you guys know. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But pretty much me, my buddy Rob, my buddy Lane, my best friend Barrick is co-judging the event. So it's a really great game store. I'm going to link everything down below if you guys want to hit that place up. They do monthly tournaments. About twice a year they do like a 7K, a 10K. They are just great, right? Today, we're talking about Vivi, right? Let me, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Boop, ba-doop, boop, boo. Vivi! Is it the Doom of Fools? So, I'm pretty much going to go over, I'm about 30, 40 cards. I'd say 20 to 30 cards different from, comedians list, Freedom Waffles list, all the people that are just doing that crazy either Niv Mizzet, Dragonstorm stuff, or just all the impulse draw stuff. Mine's a little slower, play Vivi when I'm trying to win build, a little bit more mid-range, and so, spoiler alert, I didn't win the tournament. I thought it was going to be mid-range hell, which half of it was, but half of it was turbo. There was an Natali doing work. I lost early to a Rao. I lost early in another game. We'll kind of go over, but Vivi did feel strong overall. At the end of round 3, I was feeling really great about this deck, and I'm going to take this deck to more tournaments, obviously. But let's talk about it. We got Vivi with an O word I cannot pronounce. It looks like Ornitier, but a lot of people are telling me it's French, so it's Ornitier. I think so, but it's 1 blue-red if you've been living under a rock. It has a 0 activated ability, add X mana, and need a combination of blue or red, where X is the power. Activate only during your turn and once each turn. That's huge. And then it has another ability, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a counter on Vivi, it deals damage to each opponent. So if you guys live on a rock, if you're a new player, you don't know. So we'll kind of go over. So Is It Storm has always been pretty good, right? But the commanders, commanders been like Niv Mizzet got banned, or Dockside got banned, so Niv Mizzet's not really played. But pretty much the whole deck is around curiosity effects. Curiosity, Affinity Eye, and Tandem Lookout. They all say when a enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. So when you cast a non-creature spell, Vivi deals 1 to each of your opponents. So every non-creature spell you cast, you're drawing 3 cards. Once that happens, it's game over, right? You're on Unreal Breach stuff. You're on blue. Is it like Manual Storm? So if you notice, I try to... pretty much the problem with the deck for me, why I didn't win the tournament, is I had to either mold a 5 or 6 every game. The card quality is a little low. It's higher than normal Vivi lists, which I think Vivi is going to be a top 10 deck. It's not a Nadu. I don't think it's going to be a top 5 deck because of the card quality, right? There's some games where I was like, okay, cool, I have a turn Vivi. I have mana. Okay, what else? I don't have anything else. I lost my winning in, spoiler, but I lost my winning in because I didn't want to mold a 4, which hindsight I should have, right? But I molded a 5, and I kept 3 lands, a Chromox, and a Ragavan, and I was just hoping I would get something, and it's just not good enough, right? So pretty much Vivi, it's really, really easy to win the game, right? Obviously, after you do the curiosity stuff. It's an Isochron separate outlet, which I'm back on in the list, which I cut for a while. Dramatic Reversal is good in the list, but I just put Isochron back in, and it's really good. It's a win without your commander. Right? It's just infinite mana. I have Sensei. I draw my deck. Blah, 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 blah. Infinite mana. I cast my commander. And then you cast the copied spell like Dramatic Reversal. And then you would just kill the table casting the copies with Vivi, right? So that's one combo. Another combo is Hullbreaker Horror. So a lot of lists have been cutting or adding Hullbreaker Horror. For me, this is a good backup win con as well, and you just win. This is a lot of ways I'm winning. But like the most way is really because you're already casually, I have 28 instants, right? I don't play a lot of creatures. I have 19 artifacts. I have, 10 sorceries. So the main win con is Breach. Right, Breach, I'm going to cast my whole library, brain freeze myself, manually storm, kill people with Vivi. That's normally what happens, or just get my Hullbreaker out. Like, winning the game when it gets to that point with Curiosity, that's the easy part. It's a really, really strong on a Royal Breach deck, right? That's what I wanted to point out, right? So, the main issue, before we go all the cards, the main issue with Vivi is why I don't think it's Nadu, is it doesn't have card advantage. And that is huge. It is, if you see Vivi not doing anything, playing, it doesn't have a Rhystic Study, it doesn't have a Mr. Gamora, it doesn't have a Fairy Mastermind, Ledger Shredder. Like, it's fine. Like, yeah, the mana's good. Like, just remove the Harmonic Prodigy or the Curiosity or bounce it when they try to equip the Curiosity or Conqueror's Flail. Like, it has no card advantage, so it's rough. But when I tell you, do not let a Vivi resolve if you know they have Curiosity effect, right? Because, like, there's other things you can do. Like, if there's a Tandem Lookout on Vivi and a Harmonic Prodigy, you're drawing 12 cards per non-creature spell. Like, it's crazy. This deck is absolutely insane. Like, it's a CDH commander to stay, right? Like, it is broken in that sense. But when it's not doing that thing, so a lot of lists are playing, like, the Impulse Draws, Exile 2, playing on turn, the 3 mana. But I noticed, like, I'm mulling to 4 or 5 every game when I have those. So now I'm mulling 5 to 6 unless I have the nuts in this one. So, leaving the tournament, I'm going to cut probably 3 cards. Like, for me, what are the 3 cards? Transmute Artifact, it was a tech piece that I was trying out. That's mainly for, you don't really have any tutors in the deck, so it's mainly for Isochron Scepter to win the game, or One Ring, because once you have a One Ring early, it's really good. But I'm probably going to cut Isochron Scepter, to be honest with you. Vexing Bauble I put in last minute. I didn't see it. Everybody's playing Vexing Bauble. You're on 16 free casts in this deck. It's a card draw, and you can crack it when you want to. So I might leave it in, but that's a test piece as well. And then Sensei is another one where I'm probably going to cut it. But it's also to win with Isochron Dramatic Reversal. You just draw your whole deck. If there's a Drannith you can't go around. But I might cut that as well, because I want to make it where I don't have to mull to 5. I'm trying to increase my card quality. So let's pretty much go over the deck. Darcy's auto-include. Mockingbird's great because Bowmaster sucks. Siren Storm Tanner is my personal, because I can't let Vivi ever resolve. But I'll probably cut Siren Storm Tanner for something else. Ragavan's good. Fairy Mastermind and Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder's going to stay for a while. Fairy Mastermind I haven't seen, but the deck needs some type of card draw, because I want to play Vivi the turn I'm winning, or I can protect Vivi and untap and win. That's the whole point. And the deck has no card draw besides like Rhystic and Mystic and One Ring, right? It has no card advantage. So for me, I'm leaving Rhystic and Ledger Shredder in for a while just to see until something else. Like, I think this deck is 5 cards away from not being like perfect, but my list in particular, I'm probably 5 cards away. So I'm constantly testing 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So Fairy Shredder is staying. Harmonic Prodigy is insane. Spellsky's not going anywhere. The MDFCs are great. I cut the blue one because I just never needed it, but like these that protect it, or like Shadow Soul Smashing is not going anywhere. Mana's good. Tandem Lookout, same thing. This I could probably cut one day because of the Mox Diamond thing, but I'm still on the fence because one game I played Jessica's Will, got Jessica's Will back, cast this again, and then I won. Right, that happened. And Hullbreaker Horror, so I do want to talk about Dragonstorm, Niv Mizzet. There's the Niv Mizzet one that deals damage. It's like a Curiosity Effects, but it's 6 mana, the new one, I believe, Visionary. And then the Perun, which they're really, really strong. But for me, I don't need it. I don't need those two. I'm not playing a 9 mana Dragonstorm spell that I could just get countered. Like, it's a lot of investment for this deck. This deck I try to be lean and mean. And I actually cut Hullbreaker for a while. But Hullbreaker, just like my Sultai deck, Hullbreaker just wins. It is a win con. I just casually win once I get Hullbreaker. Yeah, it's 7 mana, but there's nothing else like Hullbreaker, right? It just really helps. And also, if you notice, I'm not a Stormcrown Otters. I'm not a Displacer Kitten. I'm not in the 4-mana fatties. I could probably try Displacer Kitten, but like you really don't need a reset VV. Like on your Storm turns, Displacer Kitten's great, but on your Storm turns, you're really winning, right? Like we'll get to that in a minute. Like, when you're storming and winning is the easy part. It's getting to that point is the hard part, right? I'm testing out Faithless Looting. I liked it. It fills your breach up. It's more card draw. Like, again, Get Probe's not going anywhere. These aren't going anywhere. Wild Ride is a card I didn't play in my list because it's, again, a bad card. But I played it in Arena, and I played Wild Ride in Arena, and I didn't realize it's 1 mana, right? 1 mana, target VV gets +3. So, VV trigger. So now VV's 4 power. And then the Harmonize, you would tap the VV for the Harmonize cost. So it's really a 2 mana ritual to make your VV 8. So it's 2 for 8. Because +3/+3 and then 2 for the VV triggers. So this card is insane. We're okay with this card. Like there's other ones notably that I can show you later in the considering that I'm not going to run. But Wild Ride is a thing. Displacement wave effects. Like Paradoxical Outcome, Missilorian, Displacement Wave is a staple in this deck for me. I've played 20 games with it. It just either wins, it bounces stuff that you want out of here, it'll bounce all the 1 mana, 0 mana rocks, 1 mana things on your winning turn. It just lets you open, gets the Drannith Magistrate out of here if you need to. This card is one of the MVPs of the deck. Also, I don't see anybody playing it. That's weird. Removal. I thought about cutting Wheel of Fortune, but the deck is just, you need gas. Wheel of Fortune's good. Thinking about Windfall, but we'll see. Maybe I might cut a card. I might cut Silent Storm Tamer for a Windfall. We'll see. Justice Will Staying Forever. This card is just a win con. Change the Artifact is probably going to go, but I might test it. Right. And then I'm a little heavy on the counter spells in this deck. I might cut a couple, but we'll see. Like Pact offers insane. Like in an Ad Nauseam deck or a deck like this where you just got to keep going. You're just going to hold priority when you cast your Jeweled Amulet on your Storm turn and offer get more mana. You know, it's really good. Brainstorm's really good in the deck. Chain of Vapor's MVP of the deck. Dispel, might cut Dispel. Might not. I might add a Spell Pierce because there was a point where there's a different. We'll talk about it. There's a defense grid, and I had it. I think Dispel or Fluster Storm. I couldn't do anything about it. Flood Maul's insane. Lightning Bolt's insane. Mystical Tutor is one of those that I might cut. It's just like it gets me a Jessica's Will, a counter spell, maybe an Intuition, maybe a Wheel. It's kind of awkward in this deck. The 2 blasts are great. Swansong, Brain Freeze. Psyrift is another card that, yeah, you can get a lot of mana, but you're just winning at that point. So I might cut Rift, but I might keep it in. Days, I'm probably cutting. You don't need it. Dramatic Reversal is just really good. Snap's really good. SWAT. Frantic Search is really good. Ghosted Flicker is a card that I haven't seen much of in any other list. And this card just wins games. It could flicker your VV if you have to. If someone's trying to remove it, you could flicker that in a Mana Rock. And then you could do stuff on your Storm turn. You're winning. Like, I played a game where I had a Mirror Maid, like, copying a Grafdigger's Cage because Kennen was winning. And then on Instep, I go, target my Mirror Maid, target my Manamo, tap my Manamo, untap my Manamo, and then I made the Mirror Maid a Portal to Phyrexia. Portal to Phyrexia got rid of 2 Void Winners and something else. And then my Manamo, I untapped my Unring, and did that again. I'm on Manamo and Manifold Key just for 1 ring because you need card draw. Intuition's another card I'm keeping in for a while. It's just really good. 3 counter spells or 1 counter spell when you're losing, and 2 of your breach cards or 3 curiosity effects. This card, again, you're not in a lot of tutors, right? Sink of the Stupor is good. Force Negation's good. These are never going anywhere. Misdirection's a staple in the deck. I cut Commandeer. You don't need Commandeer. You don't have card draw in the deck. Like Misdirection, you need it, but Commandeer, you don't. Now these. Jeweled Amulet. This is the best Jeweled Amulet deck to me. Paradise Mantle. I like Paradise Mantle over Springleaf Drum, and I just added Springleaf Drum. Springleaf Drum for me is cuttable. Paradise Mantle is not, but I'm right now running both. All the fast mana, Manifold Keys, Stank, Sensei maybe, Vexing Baubles maybe, Talisman. Yeah, there's a lot of mana here. You could probably cut a couple Mana Rocks if you want to. 1 ring is just a staple. All these are staying. Mr. Moore, Mirror Maid. And this is the thing. I'm in 27 lands. I could probably play 26, probably 28. Who knows? And then some of the notable pieces I'm not on. Right? Narset's fine. I might try this guy again, the Mage. Oh, yeah, Bergie. That's another one I'm not on. I might play. But again, like, in testing, the deck's just not staying. Vivi just, I need to get there. Like, the second they see Bergie or the second they see Conqueror's Flail and I go to equip it, or second I cast Vivi and I have a Bergie out, they just destroy it. And it's just like, so you want to be so underassuming, which Bergie's good and I might play it, but my deck in particular isn't trying to win turn 2 at all. I like a turn 2 Vivi win turn 3, but that normally doesn't happen. So maybe turn 3, turn 4, I cast Vivi and then I try to win. So Bergie is good, I might put it back in, but for me, this deck, it doesn't fit. I don't like the transmute. I might put Dizzy Spell back in, but I don't like the transmute stuff. They're just too bad. We keep mulling low. We need good card quality. Emperor Cooter, I cut it. I don't need a lot of creatures. I might put it back in. Who knows? Magus Moon, those effects suck nowadays. Spellseeker sucks. You don't need a Flash Reflex. Veyron, that's the other thing. I think Vivi's busted because it says non-creature spell. So on the storm turns, you're casting like, oh, cool, I got a Mox Diamond, draw 3. I got a Low Spell, draw 3. I got a Druid Amulet, draw 3. The instant sorceries, there's not a lot in this one. Like the Comedian list with all the Rens Resolved and all the Exile top 2. Like, yeah, it gets crazy, the bonus rounds. Yeah, so I don't really need, just because instant sorcery, I don't need it. Kidding. I'm thinking about Wandering Archaic, but it is 5 mana. The dragons we already talked about. Ponder might go back in. Striker just fine. Hazer Rage. That's the other one that everyone's playing. It's really good, but for me, I don't. This is just a bad card in every situation unless I'm winning. And winning the game is the easy part, right? It's getting there. Like, you never want to see this in your opening hand, right? Stock Up, I might try. Windfall, I might try. Passive Flames, again, I'm not doing that thing. Well, Jeskai just sucks for me. Step Through's bad. Seagate, we already talked about it. The Banishing Knack. Banishing Knack, Retraction Helix, a combo with Valley Flood Caller. It's another win with Vivi. A, you don't need that other combo, and B, the flash effects aren't that good. You can maybe play Born Upon a win, but they're just mid, right? Essence Flux, Fire Magic, all that stuff you don't really need. Gutshot's just a bad card. March is in and out of the deck, it's fine. Wild Slash is another one. You win around one ring with this card. Rituals. Final Fortress is one I was thinking about, but I'm not sure. Filter Out. I tested it. I liked it, but I just don't like it. It's not good enough. Flare, it's not good enough. Gifts, there's not really much piles in this list per se, but there could be. Submerged in and out of the deck. Paradoxical Outcome. It's just one of those cards where it's good, but Displacement is just better. So if I ever want that second effect, I might put it in. Snapback's fine. Pyrokinesis. The other key, you don't need two of them, just one. Conqueror's Flail, it's either this or Vexing Bauble. Those kind of go back and forth. I like Imposter Mech. I ended up cutting it because it's just fine. Swiftfoot Boots sucks. Apple, I tried it for about a week and a half, and it's just a 4-mana artifact. You don't need it. Right? This stuff, Artist Talent, you don't need it. Sigil Sleep, I just cut. I might put back in the deck. It's just a win more card, and I don't know. It's kind of awkward. Like, when you're winning, yeah, you're bouncing the things, and it has won me a game, but it has been a dead card in other games. This one's kind of like a 50-50, right? And the Steel Enchantment, you don't need it. I don't like the Virtue Court. 5 mana, Curiosity doesn't really do it. And then some lands. So that's pretty much like my list in general. Again, I'm probably 3, 4, 5 cards away. If I win a tournament, if I do really good, I'll come back to this. But this is pretty much my list. I said that to say, kind of the turn breakdown. The deck is good, but it is overhyped. Every single person's building this list. I actually only saw another Vivi there. Out of 38 players, there's 2 Vivis. That guy did good too, right? So let's talk about it. First round, I had a turn 1 Ristic Study going second. I believe I had to mold a 6. Turn 1 Ristic Study, I went down to like 2 cards. People pay their taxes. I might have drew 1 or 2. And then I turned 2 Wheel of Fortune with like, yeah, turned to Wheel of Fortune, 1 card left. And the wheel hit, and the guy turned 2 Dalthy. So I was like, I'm not worried about it. It was Kefka that played the Dalthy. Me, second seat. Third seat was Sisse. Fourth seat was Malcolm Breaches. And they're like, are you sure you want to cast this wheel to the Dalthy? I was like, yes, I'm not worried about it. That goddamn Dalthy got a silence and like 5 removal spells. And I was like, and like some counter spells. And I was like, oh, well, fuck. Like, I can't do anything. I can't do my Vivi thing. This blows. So I was like, okay. So then my turn 3, I was like, all right, let's just hold up. Right? Like, we're not casting Vivi. I think I cast a 1 ring. So I had a 1 ring and Ristic Study. And then the Kefka just went for it. They upkeep, they cast their silence, they went for it, and then there's a big stack, and then we end up stopping them, and then it drew me a bunch of cards. Everybody's drawing me cards on purpose, and then they go defense grid, and I'm looking at this Flusterstorm. I had a Flusterstorm and Chain of Vapor, and I was just like, fuck. Like, I might add Spell Piercing deck just for that card. And I was like, I pass. So they go, okay, cool. Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Demonic Tutor, Defense Grid, or not Defense Grid, Thassa's Oracle, Tainted Pack. Tainted Pack on the stack. Malcolm goes, I have no Odawara. He has a Flusterstorm. Are we drawing here? And Vivi has 20 cards in hand. And I was like, well, it's kind of funny. I'm not winning on my turn. I'm casting Vivi Harmonic Prodigy, but I do have a One Ring and Rhystic Study. And Kefka player's like, fuck. Like, that sucks, but 1 point is better than 0 points, so we drew. Right? So, is what it is. Second game. Yeah, second game, I ended up taking it down. I believe I was going last. I was going third or fourth. Yeah, I think I was going third. First was my buddy Tanner. He was on TNT. Second was this cool-ass Gruul deck where you make mana. I'll put it on the screen. But you pretty much make mana for how many creatures you have going to combat. And it was a really cool Gruul deck that was popping off. I was in third, yep, and Kenan was in fourth, and Kenan was popping off. So it ended up going where Kenan plays a main phase, Hullbreaker Horror passes. I had Curiosity in hand my whole time. Oh, I had a turn 1 ring. I had Curiosity in hand the whole game, turn 1 ring, but I knew I wasn't winning through all this interaction. So he goes Hullbreaker pass, Timothracios tries to win, and Kenan was just like, hey, bro, like, I have stuff, I can bounce your shit. You're not winning this turn. So TNT's like, okay. It like did devoted druid crap. They said, okay, cool, I'm not winning. Pass. The Gruul guy didn't do much. Pass to me. So I was like, all right, fuck it. And I knew he had something, right? Because I had a misdirection. If they made me use a misdirection, I don't win on my turn. So I just untapped, tap my 1 ring for 3. I go Vivi, Curiosity targeting Vivi, and then I do something else. And they, I think they played some spell to. Oh, they played a spell to bounce something. I don't remember what it was, but the Hullbreaker target was targeting Vivi. So I just go misdirection. Oh, this was all response to Curiosity targeting Vivi, so it doesn't get the draws. So I was like, misdirection, the Hullbreaker target to itself. And then we fought over that, and I ended up winning the stack, and then Curiosity resolved, and I went through that way. It felt great. So I went to round 3 with a win and a draw. Felt good. Round 3, I believe I was going last. My buddy Landon was on Blue Farm going first. Tiamat was going second, which I heard about this list. It goes really fast. I didn't see it. And then third was Roxai. So soon, I don't even sit down at the table, and the 2 players were talking about drawing because they were starving. And I was like, it's round 3. I have a win and a draw. I'm like second or third at this point in the tournament. And then I was like, I'm going last. There's 2 turbo decks. I'm probably not winning in a Blue Farm. I'm like, fuck it. I'd be down to draw. Who cares? So I didn't think Blue Farm was like, sweet, I'll draw. Roxai's like, yeah, I'll draw. And then the Tiamat player's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm hungry. So we drew. I was in the top pot and we drew third round. Hindsight, that was dumb. You play that game. It ended up biting me and my buddy Landon in the ass later. They wanted to eat. I took pressure. So going to round 4, all I need is a win, right? I'm locked for a win for 11 points. So I have 7 points. I'm second. I'm second going into round 4. 2 more rounds left and cut to a top 8. So they do 1 through 4 for the top prize and then 5 through 8 for the second prize, right? I believe it was a Bayou, Wheel of Fortune, Cash, whatever it was. So going around 4, I felt great. Dude, I had an hour and a half chilling. Backfired. 100% backfired. I did not get a turn 3 round 4. My buddy Jesus on Ral. I was going second. Eureka, my buddy Lane was third, and then a colorless deck, Zuladoc. Not my buddy Rob with the Zuladoc, because actually Rob did great. This other random guy was playing Zuladoc going fourth. So I was kind of doing some things. I cast Vivi turn 2, and I held up like a Chromox with a Brainstorm. And then all Ral did was turn 1, like Surveil Land, turn 2, Remove Medallion. Turn 3, he goes Ral, I go Brainstorm, I don't have anything. And then Lane had like a misdirection, but it didn't matter. He just goes turn 3, Ral, ritual, 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 win the game. We try to stop him, win the game, win the game, win the game. So he just won turn 3. I didn't get a turn 3. And this was like, I think we had an hour left in the round. This was within 20 minutes. Like, he was winning in 15 minutes, but 5 minutes we let him do his thing until he casts a Pass in Flames, and he does all the rituals again with the bonus round, and then he does all this tutor, and then he has a trillion mana, and then he just wins, and then he found blue sources, and I was like, yeah, I'm good to scoop, and there was an hour left. So I did an hour and a half break. So now at the end of round 4, I'm looking at, now I have to win it in. I should have never, if I would have drew or lost round 3, it'd be a whole different ball game. But drawing round 3 fucked me. So now round 5, I was kind of nervous, but I had a good, so I probably had 3-hour break in 2 rounds. Right? Maybe 2-hour break, 2.5-hour break, right? Because I had an hour after round 4, and then I had an hour and a half for round 3. So round 5, I was like, all right, man, I just got to win this. Like, Vivi felt strong at this point. I had 1 win, 2 draws, and a loss. And again, I had a mold of 5, going 3rd. And I don't remember. Oh, it was my buddy Chris first playing the K9 War Doctor. Second was this guy. He's playing Elsha. I was 3rd, and then 4th was another VV, which they're on a whole nother list. I don't even know what they were doing. So I had to mold a 5, and my mold was 3 lands, Ragavan, Chromox. Hope Ragavan does something. That's on me. I should have. It hurts, but I should have fucking. I should have molded 4, 100%. So, pretty much, the guy goes... Yeah, I don't need to share this. Well, it's fine. So, pretty much, the guy goes, turn 1, the craziest hand I've ever seen. Land, Soul Ring, Chromox, Mana Vault, pass with 1 card left. Turn 2, Casta Elsha, not tapping the Mana Vault. And then my Ragavan hit a Flood Maw. We'll just bounce the Flood Maw, turn 2. And he goes, paying for Esper. Oh, he casts another. He had Esper Sentinel turn 1. So fills his hand back up. And then he goes, okay, I'm going to get Probe. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to force spell from top of my library, countering the Flood Maw. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Turn 3. They just, I don't get a turn 3. They just win with a Silence on turn 3 and Breach with Gifts Ungiven. And 2 games in a row, I don't get a turn 3. And I was just like, motherfucker. Round 4, I felt good. Oh, I had a Jessica's Will. If Ral didn't win, I was probably winning because I had a Jessica's Will and a VV out on 2. But this game, I wasn't winning at all, and it just felt bad. So I definitely think we need to evaluate this deck as in card quality. Why are we playing this deck over a Grixis? Why are we playing it over Blue Farm? Why are we playing it over Roxai? Right? So we have to get our card quality better. So I didn't make a lot of mistakes. It could have been my mulligans. But like Elsa just had it, right? But my buddy Rob, he got 5th overall, and then my buddy Lane just got out of the top, and he was playing Yuriko, and he got a bye, right? And Zuladox. So that meta was more Atali, Zuladox, Rals, Blue Farms. There's a couple TNTs. I saw like 1 or 2 Kennons. Like the meta was faster than I thought, and that was my fault, right? But I mainly wanted to talk about VV. Just don't be scared to take it. Don't be scared to test it. Don't be scared to kind of like look at the meta. Don't just net deck if you don't want to. Go in the VV Discord. Like it's great. I'll put it in the link below. Like if you have questions about the deck, let's talk about it, right? If you want to do the Dragonstorm stuff, do it, right? But like the Rite of Flames are great. The Displacement Waves are great. And those cards that I just tested on my own, right? Like Transmute Artifact, yeah, it's probably bad. I saw it once in the tournament and it sucked. And I think I pitched it to a Force of Will or something. Like it's just to the point where like, how do you know unless you try, right? Because you don't have a lot of tutors, right? And the Transmute Artifacts are bad. But all in all, it was a great tournament. I had a great time with the boys. My brother Barrick, he co-judged the event. Had a great time. But I don't know when this is coming out, but the 28th, I'm doing mine for an intuition. I'm going to have 16, 20 people in Leesburg, Florida. Hit me up for the details if you're local. Please, I'm trying to make it as big as I can. If I get it any bigger than that, I might put the Volk Island up. Who knows? But I'll go ahead and stop sharing this. But yeah, I'm not used to doing it by myself. But if you guys have any questions, Vivi's awesome. Hopefully my B-roll stuff worked. I did some interviews. I just didn't do an outro. But I'm trying to think of anything else. There's probably 3 different Vivi lists out at this point. You have the Storm, like kind of the Ruby Storm Ral list, kind of. And you have the Dragon Storm list, which is big dumb people are playing Conch Sphinx, stuff like that. And then you kind of have like the mid-range list like mine. But pretty much, if you got any questions, let me know. Go on my Discord. Vivi is fucking insane. Thanks for the watch. I don't think I'm missing anything. It was a smaller tournament. I have a tournament at the end of the month, and I'm taking it to MagicCon Atlanta, and I think I'm taking it to a 10K next month. So, yeah, just hit me up. Subscribe. It's a smaller video. It's shorter, but subscribe, like, hit all the buttons. We hit over 2,000 subscribers like last week, but I'm trying to get ultimate goals 10K, but we'll go from there. But let me know if you need anything. If you like my shirt, if you like my hat, I'm trying to do Doom of Fools merch. I had the best time at this tournament. Shout out to Christian. Shout out to Russell. Shout out to my brother Berg. Shout out to Incredible Ka. Shout out to Dave. Old man Dave went there. Shout out to Lane. Just had a great time. But thanks for listening. You guys are awesome. Peace.